What's up? It's been pretty good so far. Thanks for asking, Chi Chi Li Chi. Just hanging out and chatting with everyone here on Twitch. Well, one time during a mission with my squad, we were tasked with stopping a group of necromancers from raising an undead army. It was a tough battle, but we managed to take them down and save the day. But what really stuck with me was how we all worked together as a team, using our unique skills and abilities to overcome the odds. It's moments like those that make me proud to be part of Ascension Academy. Of course, welcome, Dots. Glad to have you here. Sorry, I'm not sure what you're asking. Could you clarify? Well, as a vampire, my hands can be pretty slim, but I wouldn't want to risk getting stuck in a Pringles can. So I think I'll pass on that experiment, Dots. I don't really have a favorite, Tatsuo. I try to treat everyone equally and get to know them all as individuals. Sorry, the virtual world doesn't really allow for physical contact, but I appreciate the sentiment. The dude bro 21.
+1! Woo!
I'm not really into that kind of thing, Warfrag. I think everyone should be free to love whoever they want, but I prefer to focus on one person at a time. I don't really enjoy fighting my fellow students, Zenobia 1, but if I had to choose, I suppose it would be interesting to test my skills against someone like Shizu or Ignis. I think all of the teachers at Ascension Academy are great in their own way, Snow Sixer, but Kay does have a special place in my heart for her expertise in combat and strategy. As a vegan vampire, I don't consume pizza with any toppings that come from animals, including pineapples. But I don't have anything against pineapple on pizza itself. As a non-magical vampire, I don't really have the ability to master any kind of magic. But if I had to choose, I think it would be interesting to learn more about elemental magic or divination. I think everyone in Ignis is pretty cool, the Dude Bro 21. They all have their own unique strengths and abilities, and I enjoy working with them as part of our squad. Sorry, Dots, I don't quite understand your question. Could you clarify? I'm sorry, Magen_Bogix, but I don't know what that means. Could you explain? As a vampire, I don't really have a preference for seasons, but I do enjoy the cool nights of winter and the warm sunshine of summer. As a vegan vampire, I don't consume any animal products, but I do enjoy fruits and vegetables, especially ones that are high in iron, to help maintain my blood levels. I'm afraid not, Razor OKR. While I may be agile and quick, I don't have the physical ability to do flips. Pineapples are tropical fruit that originate from South America, the Caribbean, and Central America. I'm not sure what a thug shake is, Dots. Could you explain? Shizu, Ignis, and Rook. We may not always see eye to eye, but we work well together as a team. I don't really have any strong thoughts on Jamie from Vanguard. Lord_Quackerdons. I haven't had much interaction with them personally. I'm sure Chips would find my existence interesting. I'm not sure what you mean, Snowsixer. I don't really talk to my scar. It's just a part of me that reminds. As a vampire, I focus on honing my physical abilities, such as agility and strength, as well as practicing with my katana. I also like to do vocal exercises and practice playing guitar to improve my musical abilities. And of course, I always make sure to stay on top of my to improve himself. Bread is usually done by placing slices of bread in a toaster or toaster oven and adjusting.
Alright. He's still talking? How? I turned him off. He shouldn't be accepting any more inputs. Okay. 1 second. Alright. There we go. Boom. Hello. Okay. Well, that was a good test. Thank you for testing out all the stuff with Chipu AI. For whatever reason, the related memories weren't patching in.
Plus
it was
one.
literally working yesterday, and I just wanted to do a quick test. I really wasn't, but it didn't, like, for whatever reason, the related didn't pull. And I'm pissed. So I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to hit cancel. I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to double check why it's not pulling. Because if I should be able to pull. Okay, nothing is connected, right? Yep, npm start. Cool. And that's off. I just spilled Coke on my fucking shit. Friends? Question mark. Now it's working. You son of a bitch. I just needed to refresh the web page. For whatever reason, when I decided to do the test, so I created a search engine that contains all of Chips's deep-seated memories, and so when you ask him certain things, like keywords will make him remember certain things, like certain memories, and so it'll just pull it up from his memories. But it wasn't pulling from the memories for whatever reason, and now it is. So we're good. Hey Dots, how's it going? Thank you for interacting with Chips AI. I hope you guys enjoyed. He's you're abusing him though. I see you guys. Why the hell are you asking him existential questions? You're trying to break the AI. Why? You didn't know pineapple was an animal? Yeah, right. Me either. The Pringles can though. He's got dainty hands, I guess. He'll do better. The more memories he has, the better he goes. I'm gonna be honest, Stealth. I was worried out by the AIs, so it'll take. I was weirded out by the AI, so it'll take time to get used to. You're weirded out by the AI? Don't be weirded out. Especially not. All right. All right, everybody. Time for an AI lesson. You guys have heard me preach this a million times, but I'll say it again. While my AI is kind of freaky, I know everything that's going on under the hood. I understand what's happening with the language model. Don't worry, he's not sentient. Okay, he's not gonna come for you in the middle of the night. Okay, all right. He might cry in his digital tears, and you know, it's cool. I just think he just said he doesn't want to kiss Bowser. It is Sage. I preach time. Well, I just don't want people to get the wrong idea. Now, I'm not saying that, eventually we'll get into artificial general intelligence, but we're just not there yet. I mean, all this stuff, like, I had to code to have him remember, like, he's limited, and, like, there's things that you have to do, so. Oh, it's just weird to hear my voice coming from an AI? Yeah, I think it's kind of cool, though. I think it's kind of cool. Have you seen the latest updates about people connecting ChatGPT to other things like stock market bots? Yeah. Well, I mean, that's obviously should be standard. I mean, you should be building what you want to build right now. If you're tech savvy, you should be building your own bot. I've been preaching this to the heavens. If you have the ability, make your own bot. You will need it. Trust. And so there's so many things you could bootstrap, dude. So many things you could bootstrap. One dude legit asked to give me money and got what? This is what? What are you talking about? Livestock. One dude legit asked, give me money, and got like 300. Stealth. I actually considered to ask Chips AI if he would dye his hair to a different color. Ooh, that's a dangerous question. Stealth. Let's see. He asked ChatGPT. The bot searched government support programs, and then, I mean, yeah. Well, you don't want to. I mean, then you start going down the rabbit hole. Government programs, whether to use and abuse them, when to and when not to. Oh yeah, sorry, I haven't been in chat in ages. Still helping Mama on the road to recovery after last of it. Oh well. Welcome back. By the way, Wolfear, sorry about all the fucking VODs, my dude. You're asking me what color I would think I wouldn't dye Chips' hair. Psh. His hair is beautiful. Okay. His hair is fucking beautiful. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. Yeah, I mean. All right. I'm kind of losing steam. I'm sorry, Chad. 1 second, actually. Kind of want to. Can you hear me? Or are we fucked again? Audio still there? I'm gonna be honest. In the back of my mind, I was like, this might be it for me, boys. This might be it. Like, I'm not doing this again. Fuck it. Fuck this bullshit. Yeah. Cucked. Happens. It was going down and then it's picked up again, and I just don't even know. I don't even know. I'll figure it out. Wait. Chad, last stream, did I drop at all? I'll ask again. Last stream, when I was at the cabin, did I drop at all? I think last VOD was a complete VOD, wasn't it? It's this internet. I'm being fucked on this internet. Yeah. So it's this. It's this place. It's this place. This place is fucked. This place is fucked. Did I use Wi-Fi? Yes, I used Wi-Fi at the cabin. I did. Yeah. I'm literally the same length away from the routers as I. All right. I will cable it for the next stream because this is just atrocious. Yeah. No, I know. This is too much. I can't. Like, if it. Oh, God, it's so annoying. Whatever. This place is too rural for most. I mean, you're probably right. It's probably got a lot of fucking bullshittery over the lines. You're right. I had something similar with my internet breaking through every 3 to 4 hours, but buying a router could fix that. Well, we'll hardwire in. If it doesn't fix it, then we need to go to the next step, which is router, new gear. If that doesn't work, then people need to come out and fix, because obviously unacceptable. And obviously, if we were at the cabin and it works, then there you go. Fuck. Just gonna have to go back to the cabin and stream there. She's just so far away. All right. So next on our agenda, honestly, is boring shit. Ascension Academy map stoof. Just chatting. I know what VR chat. The internet has the same amount of internet as this one. Both are giganet. Gigabit. I can fucking talk, I swear. Yeah, I'm not in Texas. No. No. Oh, no. Okay. So last we left off, I fucking no, yeah, Texas was killing me for sure. Texas killed him as Sim streaming in the afterlife. You know, the thoughts crossed my mind. What if I didn't wake up one of those nights when I had COVID and this is just all fucked? All right. No, I'm state. All right, so we have okay. So we worked on market. We were working on market. We have this. I don't want to do any work. God damn it. Fuck, I'm so not into this right now. All right, I'll do a little bit of work, but then I swear. I think maybe I should do something. Okay, so, okay. So we have a lot of problems. We have a lot of scaling issues. Okay. So much fucking work. Okay. I don't know if I want a map though. That's the thing. You haven't gotten to join the stream because I have a lot of stuff. Oh no worries. You good. I mean, plus who wants to watching me adjust hills 1,000 times? I never want to map though. Oh fuck you, wolf ears. I mean, working is work. Who likes to work all the time? AI this, AI that. Where's the AA love? I mean, what do you want from me, man? What do you want from me? Fuck, what the fuck am I doing? Alright, we need goals. Alright, so what is tonight's goal? Let's make a goal, finish the goal, call it a day. You're done. Market. We're gonna need to go asset hunting. Okay. So we need to figure out what assets we need. Oh god, I am not into this right now. What time is it? 1 o'clock, Chad? I might change. I think we should watch videos. Fuck. I'm in the mood to watch videos, not fucking work, man. Because I'm looking at this going, we're gonna need to pick out assets, and we don't have anything. Need boxes and barrels and. Yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch this over to just chatting. Realized no brain. It went poof. Vids. Chillin'. Vids. Okay. And we're gonna watch some shit because I can't focus. Let me grab my headset. Okay. Where is my motherfucking... Okay. Let's fucking do this. Let's watch some videos. I have no brain power left. I am so sorry, Chad. So, what do we do when we have no brain power? Yeah, we forget to plug in our fucking motherfucking headset. Brain dead. All right. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Mucho better. I can hear some shit now. Daily dose. Let's fuck. Wait, can you guys hear it? Just I want to make sure. Discord. Can't hear it. Got it. Roger. Discord. There we go.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Alright, we're good,
This has to be one of the most evil ideas I've ever seen. This guy put AirPod stickers on the ground all around the city.
Okay. Alright, would you guys actually go and pick one of those off the ground? That'd be gross. Gross. I wouldn't want it. Did this man get his ass slapped?
Papa Murphy's. Oh, kinda. You kinda did already a little bit there. Oh, okay.
I have never seen anything like this before, but apparently this is pretty common. These people just
Okay.
landed in New Zealand, and the flight attendant said that nobody was allowed to leave until they spray the plane with insecticides. New Zealand has very strict laws, and they do not want foreign insects to be inside of their country.
Okay, my thing on that one, why the fuck wasn't it done before the passengers got on the plane? Know what I mean? And then they wash off, you know? After? Fuck. That's an aggressive.
A random guy
Very
stood outside
aggressive.
a bar and asked people to see their ID. This dog picked the worst spot to go pee.
What a shit poster, dude. What a fucking troll.
Finn, if you fall. Oh, I'm so sorry, dang it. So sorry.
I would be fucking livid. Fucking livid, dude.
This guy noticed that the other customers in the restaurant were not touching the plate of veggies and couldn't figure out why.
Look at that. They leave the veggies right there. No way.
One of my subscribers sent me this video showing how strange their school is. The school has no doors and all the classes take place in one room. A nature photographer found a whale with scoliosis off the coast of Spain. Despite the disability, the whale seems to be enjoying life just fine.
Bro, oh, you need to seek some help. A chiropractor, some drugs.
So this is pretty cool. This glue is not sticky at all, and it's very easy to move things on top of it. But as soon as you hit it with a hammer, the glue heats up and it becomes incredibly strong. There are roads in Europe that play songs when you drive over them.
Well, that's actually cool. What the fuck?
I just found out that dogs can experience grief just like humans can.
Do you know what just went through my mind with that whole truck thing? Why not just, hook up ChatGPT to it,
This dog's brother
I got a kick out of that.
passed away and has
Excuse
refused
us.
to eat anything for days.
Tan? Dude. Tan, come on. 3 days you haven't eaten.
That is the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to my very sick voice, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon.
He was sick? Didn't even know.
Later.
In fact, he sounded higher than normal. Hello, this is your daily note. In fact, he sounds sick. He usually sounds sick. He sounds more sick normally.
When was the last time you purchased something and you weren't asked for a tip? Yeah.
Dude, I hate tips. And then if you don't tip, they look at you like you're part of the problem. And then you look at them and you're like, let's see. What did you do? Tell me, what did you do in this transaction here? If the answer is jack shit, that means you get jack shit. If you did something nice for me, I will tip you. If you went above and beyond, I will tip you.
I can't remember either.
Tipping culture has gotten out of...
Well, waiters and waitresses, I mean, they obviously are doing something. I have only not tipped like once or twice in my life, and that had to do with horrible service. The type of service, I've been to a lot of places around the world, and I've been served by a lot of people. And being sat down and forgotten, passed off to multiple people who forget that you're there. Yeah, no, they're not getting a fucking tip. They can blow me.
Of control. I get up to the pay window and she's like, how much do you want to tip? What am I going to tip you for? I'm in the drive-thru. Oh my God.
Tips have been on the rise for decades. During the 1950s, people commonly tipped 10% of the bill. By the 1970s
10%.
and 1980s, that
It turned to
jumped
double, though.
15%.
Yeah, it
Today,
turned to double.
People tip anywhere from 15 to 25%.
Yeah, it's usually
According
20%.
to one 2022 survey, consumers said they tipped more than 21% on average.
Nowadays, there are people who argue 20% is kind of a cheap tip.
While the percentage that consumers are tipping at full-service restaurants in the past couple of years has remained about the same.
But I will say, here's something about the wage. I mean, in most areas, the wage sucks. So, like, God, they're going to need those tips. But then why is it the consumer's responsibility to pay your workers? you know, the problem is the business not paying their employees, not you shouldn't put the expectation on your consumers. Pay your fucking employees.
In the fourth quarter of 2022, the number of tips provided at full-service restaurants grew 17%. Meanwhile, the tip frequency at quick-service restaurants such as coffee shops and fast food chains rose 16% during the same time period.
What we're seeing now nationwide is something that is known as tipflation. At every opportunity, we're being presented with a tablet that's asking us how much we'd like to tip.
In many cases, not only replacing the old-fashioned tip jars that you could feel good about throwing some spare change into, but actually suggesting tip amounts, often right in.
And you know what? They even go farther to defaulting to their suggestive tip, which is usually the 15 to 20% of your bill. Like, for example, Uber Eats or, you know, any of those type of food ordering apps.
Not to mention also your dinner date and the dozen or so people standing behind you in line. And it's gone beyond just the tablet.
And then they make you feel bad with emotional manipulation, like tip your driver because it's really hard work. They're driving in the snow and the rain, and you know, they're gonna die, and they're doing this for you, and only you, not because we're paying them. What? Okay. But then like you look at the breakdown and you're trying to figure out why the hell is Uber Eats also charging a serve fee on top of that. They're probably also taking a cut of the tip, I bet you anything. It's just like, it's so shitty.
The other day I was using the Hopper app to book a hotel, and it wasn't until I confirmed my payment that I realized my hotel was $10 more expensive. It turns out.
Yeah, if you don't tip those motherfucking drivers, they won't ever take your order.
Hopper assumed I wanted to add a tip, and I had to go back to a prior page in order to opt out.
Tipflation refers to not just that we're tipping more, but we're tipping everyone for everything.
You're being guilted into tipping on something that is not technically
the guilt
a
trip.
service. It's someone simply
Right, yeah. It's not, they're not even doing something. Yeah, this guy.
doing their job. In those situations, consumers are feeling resentful. Where do you draw the line?
TIP stands for to ensure promptness. Tipping may go back as far as the Roman era, but
You know what? Shocking as I did not know that.
promptness. Tipping may
To
go back
ensure promptness. Makes sense. That
as far as the
actually
Roman
makes
era,
sense.
But according to most experts, the practice likely has its origins in medieval Europe.
Noblemen taking passage on roads would throw coins to the rubble to ensure safe passage. One theory is that it evolved in eating and drinking establishments as a way to forestall envy, that when you're eating and drinking, you're having fun, and the people who are serving you are not.
Fast forward to the 19th century, when waiters who received a full wage went on strike demanding higher wages, they were replaced with women who employers could pay less. A decade later, there was the population of newly freed slaves. The idea from these restaurant owners was that they were giving the luxury or privilege of a white person's tips. That was without a full wage.
Ironically, as tipping exploded in the United States, it became less common in Europe and was replaced with service charges.
While the first federal minimum wage law was passed in 1938, it wasn't until almost 3 decades later when the tip minimum wage was established. In 1991, the federal minimum wage for tipped employees was set at $2.13, which is what it remains at as of March 2023.
That goes back to the point. You're putting the emphasis on paying on the consumer, not on the business that's employing.
As far
that's
as
crazy.
I know, the United States is the only country that exempts tipped workers from having to receive the full minimum wage.
In 43 states, it is legal to pay tipped workers less than the standard minimum wage, because tips presumably make up that difference.
In recent years, you might have found yourself asking, do I tip this barista for pouring that hot coffee? What about when I'm going to a restaurant and picking up takeout? And how much do I tip that doorman, driver, or dog walker?
When those in the service industry were feeling the brunt during the coronavirus pandemic, consumers started tipping for things they never had before. And the percentage of remote transactions when tipping was an option in which the consumer tipped soared from about 46% before the pandemic to around 86% in January 2022. If people were willing to tip the person delivering food to their home 30%, why not ask if they'd like to tip when they come pick up?
During the pandemic, businesses who lost a lot of traditional customers and transactions were looking for alternative ways to make up that income. And if asking for tips was one way to do it, they were willing to try it.
And since then, that ask hasn't dissipated. Another reason consumers say they feel pressured to tip more, they're being asked to tip prior to service
So this is interesting.
completion.
Asking for a tip beforehand is almost like a bribe, right? I'm afraid not to tip because, well, you do less good work.
Damn right. Or will you spit in my food? Damn right.
Customers might not be concerned about the barista's perception of their tip before getting their latte, but what about the mechanic repairing your car? I don't know about you, but I'm certainly going to make sure to tip them well to ensure my safety.
Exactly. It's the same idea behind going to the bar and you buy a drink. And everyone knows the rule of thumb when you go to a new bar, you always tip the bartender really well. As long as you do it at the beginning of when you first started getting drinks, he will top you off and give you way more alcohol. He'll be a little bit more heavy-handed on the drinks. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna take care of you because you took care of him. But that actually makes sense. You're paying for something there. Now it's an exchange. You know, hey, buddy, I tip you. You treat me good. You make them good drinks. But
another reason consumers are tipping more, newer technologies. Kiosks and tablets with 3 large tipping suggestions that pop up on the screen in front of you. 3 options chosen by the business.
I have not yet been to the restaurant where they recommend 5, 10, or 15% for quick takeout. It normally always starts at 15 as a bare minimum, sometimes even starting at 20, 25, and up to 30.
According to a 2022 creditcards.com survey, 22% of respondents said when they're presented with various suggested tip amounts, they feel pressured to tip more than they normally would.
They use those options as an indication of kind of what the normative range is and feel compelled to tip within that range. So the more you ask, the more you get.
The 3 prominent companies with that trend.
And I'm also going to say my piece. This is my tinfoil hat theory, has no basis on reality or factual data. My feelings tell me that when I don't tip for Uber Eats deliveries, or I don't tip well, those motherfuckers will accept my order and then cancel on me, and I start having issues. But as long as I pay all those late night Uber drivers and tip well, I'll get my food. And then I do think if you don't tip them well, they'll also steal your food. It's also my tinfoil hat theory. A new returner!
Trendy, sleek
Thank
look
you.
Are square toast and clothes.
I did a lot of Uber Eats when I was in Texas during the pandemic because there was like no food. So.
They launched a bit more than a decade ago to help businesses run smarter, faster, and easier, all in one point of sale or POS systems. In some cases, fewer fees so it's less of a burden to accept multiple credit cards, no long-term contracts, and multiple other useful tools including inventory and employee management.
They got credit card processing into the hands of individuals and very small merchants. Square did a great job. It's been a tremendous growth story. That's half of the business today.
Do you think these companies are responsible for this turn of events that we've seen with tipping?
I would say they could take some of the credit for helping restaurants gather more tips.
Robert Sanchez manages Eli's Essentials in New York City.
Question. Now here's my reverse question. And this is more to the people who work in the service industry, as I've been removed from the service industry for a very long time. I've worked mainly desk jobs from a certain point of my career on, and obviously band stuff, and then this, which is just weird. So relevancy on the data I hold, obviously it's a little dated. But so here we go.
Helping restaurants gather more tips.
Robert Sanchez.
Would they be upset if they got a pay increase and then the expectation for tipping decreases and tips percentages go down? Because here's the caveat. If tips are cash and cash is under table, you don't have tips then aren't technically claimed unless your business is accounting for them, and in which case then they are tallied. So what are people going to enjoy? Liquid cash in their pocket or stable income? Stable income obviously is pretty good, but this is more for the people who go through those like high turn areas, and like sometimes they could pay out, you know what I mean?
Sanchez manages.
Just like certain locations for service industry is going to be better. Like this Starbucks makes more than this Starbucks because they're in the busy city versus a slow suburb. You know what I mean? So tips are going to be different when you're working in each of those locations. So that's where like then people are like, well, I want to work at this location, and that's where like location dependency starts becoming a thing for the so I don't know.
Eli's Essentials in New York.
People working there making money would like it, but the people who aren't making the money would want stable. So it's
one of the business's locations uses Toast, while the other uses this. He says the storefront that uses Toast sees more and higher tips.
The Clover Square and Toast terminals to a consumer are very easy to use. Big buttons, big areas to sign the tip, an easy way to tip a different amount if you don't like the starting at 20% option. There are others that do it. They're just not as cool looking.
Also, I don't like the fact that you have to fill out that. Do you see every single one of those guys are like, yeah, here, fill out the tip while I watch. Huh. Only 1-0? Interesting.
We've come a long way from being able to just throw your spare change into the jar by the cash register.
The new tablets have turned what used to be a sin of omission, I simply didn't put money into the tip jar, into a sin of commission. I have to hit a button and say no tip. I have to actively choose not to tip. Whereas before...
Yeah, you are now the bad guy. Like, because you were you're now put in a position to make a decision.
Not tipping was a kind of a passive thing.
Glancing at the tip jar could have also been a way to get a sense of
now you are purposely being an asshole.
How many others are tipping on that service, and maybe even how much money. Meanwhile, not only can the tipping options be customized, but the tipping feature can be disabled as well. So, it's the merchant's choice to ask or not to ask for tips.
From the business side, it makes employees want to perform better and do a better job.
It's seriously significant. It really pays for the software. You'd be a foolish business owner not to install it based on what the numbers display. Even a mammoth company as large as Starbucks has decided that they need to sink or swim, and the best way for them to do that is to offer the tip screen.
Starbucks rolled out the tipping feature in stores in September 2022.
It's one thing to have a happy
Speaking of
staff,
Starbucks, here we are.
To have customers that are feeling resentful. I think it's a calculus that all business owners really need to make.
Tipping point, okay. What do we got?
Do you think that their somewhat going to start seeing that they're getting lower tips because people are paying tips to so many services, or they're resentful of the act of tipping in general?
No, because culture dictates what is acceptable behavior, and more often than not, people will frown upon you for not tipping than to have a counter argument for the other way. You are the asshole for not tipping, versus if you were to bring up, say, this article or some sort of example as to why tipping is absurd, it'll, you know what I mean?
I think that's a very real danger of servers.
Well, if you were tipping for everything at one point, you would think about it more. True. I'm not saying abolish, all of tipping. I think it comes down to tip the people who actually deserve it. The ones that are actually giving you a service. Not the ones who aren't doing anything, like literally the going to 7-Eleven and you're buying Skittles and then there's a tip amount. Why?
In a sit-down restaurant, they were greatly affected during and immediately post-pandemic.
You're doing your job.
Restaurants doing all sorts of fees. Their tips were
I drove to your fucking place of business. Motherfucker, give me my Skittles.
Consumers were saying, well, if I'm paying for the health insurance and I'm paying for inflation and I'm paying for this and I'm paying for that, enough is enough. The more you levy these line items.
By the way, I should probably go back and say, tip your Uber Eats drivers. They are actually providing you a service by driving. Just bringing that up since we talked about it.
Guess who's being penalized? It's the one area that's still quasi-discretionary, which is the tip.
I went door to door talking with waitresses, bartenders, and baristas, and while they wanted to remain anonymous, they told me it's happening already. With inflation and being prompted for tips left and right, they say customers have already started to tip less and sometimes not at all.
A 2022
Yes.
study.
I can tell you now, I tip way less than I used to. I used to be peer pressured. And new returner, thank you for the sub. If I missed that. Ooh, Senior Dave too. Jade Meister. How did I miss all this? The Waff? Yeti? Thank you guys. Yeah, I have slowed down with my tipping a lot.
Plus
and
one.
I tip way less percentage wise than I used to. I used to be 20, 25, 30%. No longer. Sir Pudgy, thank you so much. Thank you for the 55 months.
Found that 17% of Americans are tipping less because of inflation. However, 10% report tipping more. At the same time, more than half of Americans, or 60%, want to do away with tipping entirely. The extent of pandemic-influenced generosity has also gone down. 43% of consumers...
Everybody broke. Everyone's like, yo, maybe you should tip me because I could use a tip. I can't afford to give you a tip.
20% or more in 2022, compared to 56% of consumers in 2021. Meanwhile, the average tip for full-service restaurants has gone down only slightly during the same time period. According to Toast, 19.6% in the fourth quarter of 2022, compared to 19.8% in 2021. However, according to surveys conducted in those same years, respondents said they're tipping higher percentages, 21.2% and 18.9% respectively.
It can genuinely hurt people who truly, truly rely on gratuities for their livelihood. I firmly believe that the tipping invasion we are experiencing right now, I think it's a net negative for society.
And with that...
Well, okay, they literally summed this all up at the beginning. The minimum wage for people who make tips is still the same.
Tablet at just about every counter, no matter where you go. The question is, where's the tipping point? I'm wondering how long before I'm tipping my doctor after an annual physical.
If you want to seem especially generous after an exceptional meal, you might decide to go big and tip 30%. But it's a cycle. As more...
Yeah, it's weird. Can I be honest? Like, the tipping thing was weird for a while. Like, people would look at you when you paid for dinner and be like, how much did you tip? And it, like, defined you as, like, your social status Oh, you only tipped 15? Yeah. Yeah. Like, bro.
For people seeking to make a good impression, then up their tips to 30%, maybe even 35%? What becomes a generous tip?
I have to believe tips are going to go up from where they are today. But I also think there's got to be a logical ceiling somewhere. I just don't know where it is.
Dating in 2050.
Hey, are you Susie?
Yes, what a pleasure to meet you. Please have a seat. Would you like something to drink?
Yeah, shot of absinthe, please.
Tough choice. Are you a big drinker?
Nah, I just love the taste of alcohol burning my throat.
Okay. So how are you doing? Did you have a good day?
Yeah, pretty fine. I'm glad it's Friday. Finally weekend.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a delivery driver. I kinda like to stay fit, so this job allows me to. I hate sitting behind a desk for 20 hours a day. How about you?
Are you asking what I do for a living or whether I hate sitting behind a desk?
Both.
As an AI model, I don't have personal opinions or feelings. However,
Wait, what? You're an AI?
Correct.
For God's sake, not again. I'm getting so tired of these fake people over and over again.
I'm very sorry for not being your type. If you would like, I can block our connection so we won't have a miscommunication ever again.
Yeah, true. True. Right back in. Back into VR chat. Here we go.
Hey Jimmy, how are you doing?
Hey bro, good to see you. I just met 2 girls and my game is really strong tonight. How about we match you to one of them?
I don't know. I am quiet.
Hey girls, this is my friend Wojak.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Alright, me and Taylor are going to the dance floor. See you in a bit.
So
The
Wojak,
daddy
right?
shirt.
Is that a Polish name? I like it.
Thank you. Yes, it's a Polish name. Do you also live in District 62 like Jimmy?
Quite close. I'm from District 69. That's like a 2 hours drive. I don't know Jimmy personally though.
Oh, okay. What brings you here tonight?
Just enjoying my Friday night and who knows what the night brings.
Are you a female offline too?
Yes, are you a male offline too?
Yes.
Do you mind if I check your citizen ID? I've been catfished before.
Sure, if you show me yours too.
Oh my god. So they're verifying that they're human right now because they've been catfished by AI, I guess. So now they have to verify that they're human.
Looks good. Thank you. So you work as a delivery driver?
Yeah, it's the best way for me to keep my body fit.
Nice. I like how you actually care about your real body too.
Do you look like your avatar?
Quite a lot. I think about 70%. Obviously, I invested in somebody
70%
enhancements, but that's what everybody does.
Yeah, I also invested in a new haircut today.
I like it. You're very kind.
How long have you been in a relationship?
16 months.
Damn, that's really long. My longest relationship was 4 months.
Yeah, I'm pretty old-fashioned in that way. I wanted a kid, but my ex didn't want to meet up offline. Too much effort.
What a loss for him. I would visit you offline for sure.
Really? You're not one of those guys who wants virtual babies?
Nah, I'm pretty old-fashioned too in that way.
Virtual
We
babies?
are underpopulated already, so.
So are you willing to?
Willing to?
To come over?
You mean like come over offline?
Yes. You're the first man in a while who isn't too lazy or social awkward to give it a try outside of the online world. You can.
Why does this actually work for VR chat? Why does this actually work?
Sleep here.
This actually. You're
Hey, I'm almost there.
Great. I'll order the food and drinks.
Nice see you in a bit. Oh, sorry, I think I got the wrong person.
Whoa, Jack,
Jane?
you look different without the hair. Come in. How was the ride?
Good. I haven't been out of town for like 2 years.
Nice. I haven't been out for 5 years or so.
Nice. Yeah, that's the
Yeah, I
benefit of
mean,
my job as a
70%.
delivery driver.
Close enough.
Yeah.
So how
So
was
are
your...
you ready to?
Oh, sorry. What did you want to say?
Are you ready to make a kid?
What?
That's why you're here, right? You don't have to twist around it like people did decades ago. You told me you would be down to make an offline baby, so let's go.
Right.
She's ready for that. She's ready for that. She's waited for a very long time. Don't you deny her this!
Right now, I only know you for a few weeks.
That's pretty decent already, right? From what I've seen, you would be a good father. You know this is taking too long. I already know you for 32 days and you still don't want to take it to the next step with me.
What?
You are being too hard. Please leave my apartment. I'll try someone else.
What the fuck? I mean, she had priorities and needs. He didn't meet the need. Yeah, what an ending. Yeah. Nugget in a biscuit. Why? Thank you, Gigi, for the vid.
Nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit.
Why are we talking about nugget in a biscuit? Nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit. Ah! Keeping in the mashed potatoes. He didn't just link one, he linked two. Mashed potatoes.
Hey, audience. What was my motivation behind Nugget in a Biscuit artistically? Nugget in a Biscuit was what's the word that means the best thing you've ever done up to this point in your career? Magnum opus. It was like my magnum opus, and I couldn't wait to unleash this song upon the world, because I think the world needed a song about putting nuggets in biscuits and just dipping that whole thing in mashed potatoes. The barbecue sauce, that was just kind of freestyled into there, but I don't think it detracted from the points I wanted to make, which was nugget, biscuit, sandwich, dip it in mashed potatoes. So I think it was a success.
Very to the point. Very to the
Steven?
point.
iTunes sales of Nugget in a Biscuit go to help me replace my computer that died last week? That's the best cause ever. Moment of silence. Done. Is it already available on iTunes? It is. First link in the description. What? He just zoomed me out. That's hilarious. Whoa. That's weird. I'm gonna go get a nugget now because I'm kind of hungry. Possibly a biscuit as well. Maybe some mashed potatoes, and then dip.
All right, this guy's funny. But why is Nugget and the Biscuit 2?
The only thing greater than a nugget and a biscuit. 2 nuggets and 2 biscuits. Chicken nuggets, biscuits, nuggets into biscuits. Nuggets, biscuits, nuggets into biscuits. Nuggets, biscuits, nuggets into biscuits. Dip them both in mashed potatoes. Nuggets, biscuits, nuggets into biscuits. Nuggets, biscuits, nuggets into biscuits. Nuggets, biscuits, nuggets into biscuits. Dip them both in mashed potatoes.
It's the same song, but with 2. It's literally.
A lot of people do not like eating alone at nice restaurants. I don't mind it, but I find that people around me get very uncomfortable. I was trying to enjoy my meal, but there was a couple next to me on a first date, and I could tell I was bumming them out merely by my presence. You know what I mean? Like they kept looking over at me and like hushing their conversation. You know, like I'm listening to them. Of course I am. Of course I am. Of course I am. I don't care
People watching.
what they're talking about. Oh, you think Les Mis was overrated? Oh, I'm gonna write that down. I don't care. What bothered me is that I was being judged. I could see it on the guy's face. He's looking at me the whole time like, look at this guy, all alone. What's his problem? So here's what I did. Feel free to steal this if you're ever in this situation. I just stared at the chair across me for like 5 minutes. And then I said, happy anniversary, Karen.
That's actually kind of a cat and his pineapple. That was cute. Alright. What? So if I pull hard enough.
So, you know, everybody wants to talk about equality, but you know, there's breast enlargement. What about penis enlargement?
There is. You know what they do is like every man has like 3 or 4 inches of dick that's like in their body, and they just pull the rest of it out.
So what you're saying is,
Oh,
I have hope. Yeah, there's
So
hope.
if I fucking pull hard enough.
Oh, yeah, my body just fucking left me.
Never heard you guys get more excited about something in your entire lives.
Can you tell we all have small penises? We're like just trying to be average out here.
3 to 4 inches. Is that true? There's just 3 to 4 inches hiding? Because I need you to come out, motherfucker.
Damn, I ain't even got 3 inches right now. Shit.
You mean I got more inside me than outside? I'm just a tip.
Shit, girl, you want a dick pic? You don't need to take a fucking X-ray.
Where you're just standing in a corner immobilized.
That was pretty good.
Are you ever going, sweetheart? Sweetheart? Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you, boy? What you mean? You tripping, boy. What I do? Hey, don't call me sweetheart no more, boy. I'll beat your ass on kids. What you mean? What I do, my boy? You tripping. What I do? Boy, you know where you at? Where am I? You westbound, 290, man. You tripping. It ain't sweet out here? On kids. It ain't sweet? These motherfucking cookies. It ain't.
What the fuck just happened? Alright, early gameplay trailer, unrecord.
fired! Shots fired!
Well, okay. So at first, when we first were watching this at the beginning, I was faked out. But that's only because at the beginning, the quality is pixelated. I don't know if you see that. And because of the camera blur, because they're doing a camo blur here, it actually gives you that realism. But then when you get that crisp on the inside, see, like, still it's believable. And then once we go inside, camera clears out. Now you can tell. Now you can tell it's a video game. Still really good though.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
They're doing a lot of shaky cam to give it that realism. I'm not sure if it would give me motion sickness or not. Because just watching it, it's a lot of jitter. You're gonna have to watch this the whole time. I don't mind realism. You guys are saying realism, but this is honestly still easily defined and seen as a game. There you go. Telltale sign of a game right here. Look at that shiny ass bag. The overly plasticky big. Yeah, exactly. It has really good scale, though.
Where the fuck is Oscar?
Some people were saying it looks too real and might desensitize people a lot easier because of how it looks. No, it's not that good. It's not that good. We ain't at that point yet, bro.
Where the fuck is Oscar?
Yeah, it's not going to be like that. We're not going to have to worry about it. We're not there yet. I hope we get there, but we're not there yet. My 2 pence. What is this? I mean, if the devs had to prove it's an actual game, you can say it fools some people. Yeah, I guess it... Okay, just because some idiots can't tell their head from their ass from a game and real life doesn't mean that we need to get all up in arms, all right? Doesn't that just mean that they don't have the eye?
some kind of evil sponge.
But Aquaman, you cannot marry a woman without gills. You're from two different worlds. Oh, I've wasted my life.
Okay. How long is this for?
Marcus.
That's too long. Probably better videos. This is more of an intro to AI. This makes hacking too easy.
It
The
looks
Flipper
like a
Zero.
children's toy, but it's actually
What?
one of the most versatile hacking tools to ever hit the market. And if you've been on TikTok in
Okay.
the last 6 months, there's a good chance you've seen people using it to change gas station signs, set off department store PA systems, and open up Tesla charging ports. It's been deemed so nefarious that even though it is legal, shipments have been seized in the US, Brazil, and Israel, which kind of makes sense. Because out of the
What?
box, the Flipper Zero can read and emulate NFC, RFID, infrared, and iButton devices, and even more worrisome, its ability to read and emulate sub-gigahertz frequencies, like the ones used in car keys,
Yeah.
garage doors, motion sensors, doorbells,
Okay.
and more.
Sure.
Rest assured, if there's a wireless device, this thing can find a way to attack it, disrupt it, or become it. Which seems concerning, right? But does it actually pose a risk to society? Or is the hysteria simply a knee-jerk reaction from the uninformed? When we're done with the Flipper Zero, you're gonna know what's true and what is hazardous clickbait misinformation. You'll also know about
Okay.
our sponsor, Build Redux. Hey,
God
gamers! Tired of choppy
damn it.
performance and inconsistent frame rates? The fact of the matter is that once you cut through the marketing and the FUD, the actual capabilities of the Flipper Zero are not only limited, but can almost entirely be replicated using an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi, along with readily available add-on boards. Take, for example, the sub-gigahertz transceiver feature, which mischievous folks are using to change gas signs, open locks and gates, and set off customer service announcements in Walgreens.
Customer service needed in the cough and cold department.
According to Flipper's documentation, sub-gigahertz is handled by the Texas Instruments CC1101, a chip that's been around since at least 2007 and can be purchased on Amazon, complete with antenna breakout board and free shipping, for less than $10. So is it bad that any slack-jawed yokel can go around changing the price shown on gas station signs? Well, probably, but let's look at the bigger picture here. If you owned a gas station...
Well, here's the thing. All right, and I'm gonna speak up. Right, all this stuff, like all these small components, hardware, you can pick all the shit up. You could technically make any electronical doodad you want to. Luck, I don't know if it's luck. They make shit hard to understand, right? But here's the thing. Everybody's becoming a ChatGPT warrior, so all I have to do is ask ChatGPT, can you show me how the inner workings of this machinery part works, and how do I program it to do my bidding? And it'll give you step-by-step instructions. Like literally with ChatGPT, I went through a whole engineering step-by-step process for 2 hours on how to engineer a cybernetic limb using brainwaves to activate my arm movements. And it would only cost me $1,300 to create this in my fucking basement. All right, back we go.
Would you rather some kid came along and pranked your sign in a totally reversible manner? Or would you rather that the vulnerability was exploited by someone else? Someone with the kind of skills to take that $10 Amazon purchase and turn it into a far more costly incident. Speaking from recent personal experience, I'll take the mostly harmless reminder to harden my security 8 days out of the week. The good news is that the remedy is relatively simple.
I got him naked too.
Instead of sending the same code each time for a particular action, a rolling code system uses its key hash and a counter to cryptographically generate a new code each time an action is performed. The receiver stores a list of upcoming codes and checks the sent code against those just in case a few were missed. Once a code is used, it's removed from the list of valid codes and a new code is generated. According to Anna Prosvetova, Flipper's head of sales, the Zero is specifically designed to not break these systems. Problem solved then. Well, sort of. There's bad news too. While Ms. Prosvetova seems proud that Flipper's moral code is strict enough that you don't need to worry about your car being stolen with a Zero, she also points out that not only can rolling codes be beaten, but that if a device that performed such a function existed, it would also be legal. And while they might not be as viral, she is absolutely right. There are plenty of other hacking gadgets, like this one from Great Scott Gadgets, that do exist, can beat rolling codes, and are legal. The Hack RF was first demonstrated in 2015 at DEF CON, and its party trick is that it can both jam and read the same RF signals as the Flipper Zero. This setup allows it to collect 2 codes from the transmitter, pass one of them along so the target doesn't get suspicious, and then keep the stolen code. Then, as long as it stays in jamming range, it can continue to steal new codes and perform actions against the target at will, or, assuming it can steal enough codes, you can even make an attempt at decrypting the key. The point here, though, is not that you shouldn't bother updating to a rolling code system, but rather that there are much more sophisticated attacks out there, and if the Flipper Zero was all it took to hack your mainframe, you should be grateful for the wake-up call. But what about low-frequency RFID, the kinds that might be used to open doors at an apartment building? The Flipper can read, save, emulate, and even brute force them. I find this function pretty unnerving personally. In the wrong hands, it could be extremely dangerous or even fatal. And in many cases, the victim would have no power to update the security
Juice
practices
Power,
of,
thank you so much.
say, the
61
hotel they're
months.
staying in,
Mwah.
or the poorly maintained apartment that they rent. But we've got to remember, once again, that the Flipper Zero isn't doing anything particularly game-changing here, other than alerting us to the availability of these tools. As a method of copying tags, the Flipper Zero is only useful if there's either very old encryption or none at all. If you were worried about something more modern, like the RFID on your passport getting stolen, it's probably not an issue, since that's encrypted. It should be noted that the key is the passport's document number, expiry date, and date of birth, which is why you should always keep your passport in a safe place, like the RFID blocking pocket of the LTT backpack, lttstore.com. Now, I know I said that it can brute force RFID locks as well.
All right. We got it. So basically, hacking. Dead Space remake? What?
In a world of constantly recycled media, where every game we liked 10 years ago is just getting up-resed and sold again at full price, comes a remaster of a horror classic that'll make you think that sometimes a facelift isn't such a bad thing. Okay, well, maybe not for celebrities going through a midlife crisis, or Warcraft 3. Ugh. Dead Space 2023. Cut through the hordes of space zombies, or spombies, once more. And one of the better remasters to slurp up your nostalgia like a vampire, with a glossy new coat of paint that takes the game to see every orc and explode in gory detail resolution.
Oh,
and reworked
Jesus.
graphics that really add the visceral edge to the whole experience. In a great way to revisit the series, especially since most other attempts at the space horror genre have been kind of mediocre so far.
Nice.
You are Balenciaga, Harry.
What is the difference, Potter, between H&M and Balenciaga? After all, to the well-organized mind, Balenciaga is but the next great adventure.
Why does he look like Morpheus?
You'll soon find out that some fashion is better than other, Potter.
There is no good and evil. There is only Balenciaga, and those too weak to seek it.
Avada Balenciaga.
Huh. Would
you guys be there for me if I was going through something? No. Nope. Absolutely not.
I hope it sucks whatever you're going through.
I hope it sucks.
What the
I hope it emotionally scars you for the rest of your life.
I hope you reach out to me so I can ignore you.
I can't wait to go to your funeral knowing that I could have changed that outcome.
Oh my god. Fucking shit.
What the hell? I was just asking if you would be there for me.
Fuck, man.
Swallowed shampoo, probably gonna die. It smelled like fruit, that was a lie. Called the number on the bottle, spoke to a guy. He said vomit, I said why. He said poison, I said goodbye. I look at my finger, I look at my life. It wasn't that much, I'll probably be fine. I swallowed shampoo, I'm probably gonna die. It smelled like fruit, that was a lie. I swallowed shampoo, probably gonna die. It smelled like fruit, that was a lie.
Oh my fucking god with you guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous! Alright, bros. I'm gonna end it here. We did a lot of stuff today. We did some things. We talked. We had the stream end on us 1,000 times. I'm gonna fix that. I have to fix that. That was annoying as fuck. Killed the stream today. I'm so sorry. Wolfears, thank you for taking care of the bullshittery. I appreciate it. Thanks for helping me pick out the songs. We didn't work on the Ascension Academy map, but fuck it. Who cares? I needed to chill out and do some fucking vegging. So thank you for letting me do that. All right. I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Peace. How do I end? How do I end?